Hey guys, welcome back. So we're pretty much done with our cookie cutter earrings. And for the next couple of weeks, we are just going to start using some of these beads that we made through the year and start assembling them. I only have about I think I have 4 more weeks before my show. So for at least 2 weeks, I am going to be putting things together. And then the other 2 weeks will basically be just labeling, pricing. So I've got a bunch of hangers being printed right now. Okay, so I'm going to check something here. I made one of these longer than the other. So I just want to make sure I'm grabbing the right one. Yep. Okay, and we're just going to slide these on what we just made here. And I'm going to try and hang some stars or something. I'm going to go check out some charms that I have. So another busy weekend. We moved out my son this weekend, so him and his girlfriend are in their new home. So I'm happy about that, but also I'm going to miss him. You know, because he was home all the time. Well, not home all the time. He did have a full-time job, but he was here. And he's just like me. You know, he's the nerd and the creative dork. You know, next generation. He loves anything electronic. He's the one that got me into making my cutters, because he was the one that bought the 3D printer and kind of taught me along the way. And we always bounce ideas off each other. So I haven't quite gotten used to him being gone yet. It's only been a day. But I'll tell you, the husband's all ready to get that room changed up and things moved out of the garage into the room. And I'm just like, you know, you gotta slow down a little bit. I'm not there yet, if that makes sense. You know, I need some time to just realize that, or process. How's that? I need a little bit of time to process that he's not here. Found these little charms. These are all like moon, stars. I have some acrylic beads that were stars, but I think I gave those to my grandkids. And obviously I don't want to use a moon. So I literally need 2 more of those. Or I could just hang 1 star off of one and maybe like a red, just a red round bead for the other. So I guess they don't have to be all stars. So let's do that. But I might hit pause just really quick. I have a whole container that's just loaded with charms. So I'm going to go see what's in there. Okay, so I'll be right back. Alrighty, I am back and I only found 2 stars, so not a whole lot I can do about that, but I did find a big container. And this would be considered bead soup. So if I find a couple red beads that I can add to them, that's probably what I'll do. I don't know. A lot of people, this brings joy to their faces. To me, it's just so much. And I'm not getting anything that's matching up. I really need to go through this. So let me find some other red beads. But let me get some little jump rings here to add these on. And you can literally put a million little charms on these, or one or two. What I think I might do with these, since I don't have any more stars, is make like a cluster of red, white, and blue beads on a chain. And I think I'm going to put this on the smaller one. And I'm using 18 gauge jump ring to attach this, so it kind of makes it tight getting it into the ring. And you really have to have a good pair of chain nose pliers. I wish I had one perfectly good set of pliers that I really, really like the most. But I've got kind of like a mishmash of all kinds of different ones. These pink ones, they're Casual Comfort from Beat Along. And they're a little heavier than any of the other ones. But you can get a really good grip on them. Now if I was using a 20 gauge jump ring, this would be a lot easier. But I like the 18 gauge because I know that my charms will pretty much stay on. I wish I could grab another one of those, but I can't because these are the only two that I have. And of course, I just dropped it. Okay. Alrighty, so now we get a couple stars. And I'm going to grab some red round beads or something, so I will be right back again. Alrighty, so I found some little red beads. And this was from Sam's Bead Box. It was really fun. Oh, these are cute. Look at that, square. But it's different, right? If I can find two matching ones, I will be really happy. That's why I don't like getting them like this, because as you can see, I've got this cute little square and only one came in that. I could hang. It would end up hanging like this. Alright, looks like we're going to have to just stick with round right now. I don't think I want to do a leaf. Okay, so we're going to just do that one. And we're going to need a couple head pins for that one. And then I might find some blue ones to put in there as well. So let me grab a head pin. I cleaned my office today and it looks so much better in here, but now I'm tearing everything apart again, pulling things out. So anyways, next week, hopefully we get back on track. I think after assembling all of these, I'm going to be done for a while because I am like totally burnt out of making jewelry. So I may end up just taking a little bit of a break and get back into making some clay. Okay, this looks like a 20 gauge. And I usually just like to wire wrap, not just make a loop. I think it looks better. But these are the ones that I pulled out, so. And I just bend it at a 90 degree if you can. And just come over here and put that on. Now you can put that straight on the chain, but then they kind of hang kind of sideways. And so I usually first add a jump ring and then put them on. And these are 5mm, 18 gauge. 4mm would be good too. And I just put an order in for Fire Mountain. And I don't think I got any 4mm jump rings. So I might have to go back and add some more. This is like all the nitty-gritty where you look and see what you've got and you know what you don't have, and you start ordering all your components to finish your stuff. Again, I'm using 18 gauge, so it's going to take me a bit to put this on there. Okay, so it's not a whole lot. You know, it's just, it is what it is. It's just a little idea. And then I'll show you the next one, which will be the cluster. But on that one, I'll hit pause, and I'm going to do the same thing that I did to these red beads with some blue, red, and white. Oh my goodness. Okay. So there we go. And yeah, I could add more to it if I wanted to. But I think I'm just going to make these simple. And it depends on kind of how you want to hang these. You could do a couple different things, right? Oh, these are all earrings, but they're all open loop or closed loop, so I can't put them in there now. So we're just gonna grab. Yeah, let's go sparkly here. right. Okay. The hardest part for me is going to be the pricing. So when I was at the glass show in Vegas in April, Clue, Karen Lewis, she sells her polymer clay beads there. And she had like focals like this. As you know, I think I showed you her beads. Well, actually, I think I have it right in front of me. So this was one that she made, okay? And she sold this for $34. There we go. Okay. So if I do that for 34 or whatever, if I go kind of like on her pricing, obviously these are thinner, you know, but if I do that same kind of pricing, then it's like, okay, what would I sell these for? So if this was made out of glass, these would probably sell for like $12 to $14 for the pair. Clay I consider a little cheaper than glass, but it is as time consuming, because not only did you make the bead, but you made all the stars and the components. That's all handmade too. So for something like this, I would probably, if it was $14 for the glass one, just a regular glass bead, then I'd probably do $15 for a pair. So net all of that, you know, I'd probably sell this for about $25 or $30. Because if you can sell one bead for 34 bucks, then you can sell a pair of earrings for about that same amount of price, right? So, okay, we got these two left to go. And I think I'm going to make these a little cluster. So I'm going to go ahead and use my jumper or my head pins, and I'm going to add a bunch of these. I think I've got 1, 2, and of course it always comes with an odd amount. So we'll do 2 blues and 2 whites, and we're going to kind of cluster them all together. So I will be back after I get them all hooked up. Alright, so we're back. Not quite sure how to do a cluster. I've done it before, and I've seen them before, and I know they put it right on the wire wrap. Yeah, I don't think I got enough. I might have to take one more 5mm and see how this is going to work. I mean, it's basically just kind of all thrown on one chain. Trying to do this with my finger. Yeah, I played around yesterday. Yesterday I painted my nail with acrylic purple. I don't know why. I was bored. So I didn't have any more reds that size. And the blues are smaller because it's the only navy kind of looking beads. So, I mean, you literally could do that. Okay. And basically hang it from the bottom. It's basically what I'm going to do, but I feel like there's not enough on it. When you make a cluster, they are really clustered. I mean, you're just shoving as many as you can on there. So I'm going to do a 5mm jump ring. And if not, then I'm going to have to hunt down some... Oh, Oh, it was a 6 gauge? Oh, no wonder why. I was using a 6 millimeter jump ring instead of a 5. Alright. I had the 5s out here and I don't remember me putting them away. Alright. And these are a glitter line. At first I really liked them, but as I worked on them, or worked with them a lot, I realized that I don't like them. Okay, we're going to do the red, and then the white, and then another blue. I'm thinking I might have to add another white. I mean, they're just basically going to hang like that. Let's make one, see if I like it. If not, we can do the same thing with these, with the chain, and just add all these little pieces to it individually. But I know that with a cluster, I should be using a lot more beads. And I'm using 24 gauge here. You can use 22. But I like 24 gauge because I can use my hands. And you can fit them into really small beads. Okay, so the only problem with this is I'll have to take it apart if I decide to use something else. Because once these are wrapped on that bead, you'll have to take it apart. Or you add a jump ring, and that way you don't literally waste what you just did. And yeah, I didn't clean it up just because I don't even know if this is going to work. So if you see little wire pieces, that's because I'm just playing to see if this is something I want to even do in the first place. Okay, and I don't want the cluster like right at the bottom. This side now. That I can cut off a little bit. Okay. All right. So where's that one I just finished? There it is. Yeah, see, I like these, but I don't. They just don't fit in your hand to where you feel like you have control. I'll do that one. I mean, there's no right way or any wrong way here. It's okay. So you've got that, or you've got that. And I kind of like this, so I think I'm just going to, I don't know. It's really hard to show you. Yeah, so with the cluster, I think to make it a cluster, you just need to start adding more in between it all. You don't just put it on a jump ring. I think you add it, like, I don't know. I've done it once, but I'm not really impressed with those at all. And I wish I had more stars. So I think we're just going to do that, guys. We're just going to add some more chain. And I did cut a couple more out, I think. So I'm just going to add a few more chains. And then I'm just going to take like the blue hanging off of here. Red hanging off of here. You know, the normal way of doing it. And then I will come back and just show you the finished earring. Because you don't need to watch me do that. Because I'm going to have to take these off now and, yeah, add more. Ah, see, and I have to take this off. Unless I add a jump ring to the chain instead and then add the chain. Because, yeah, once you do that, you obviously can't go back. So I either waste wire or I just cut this off since I haven't done this one yet. And make it again. So let me finish those up and I will come back and show you the finished 2 pairs of earrings. See you in a bit. Alrighty guys, so we are done with those 2 pairs of earrings. Maybe we can do a live next week. I'm just going to be putting together earrings. That's all I'm going to do for the next couple of days. So if you want to watch, great. If not, you don't have to watch as well. So let me go ahead and get, so these are the second ones that I did, was I just strung a bunch of red, white, and blue. Okay, those are the second ones, and then these were the first ones with the stars. I'm going to go search and see if I have any more stars. I may end up making these a little smaller. I may end up adding a couple blue and white on this one because I don't have any. So I might add like a little blue up here and a white. But that's it for our earrings today. But mostly I just wanted to check in and say hi. Everything's okay. Son's moved out. Jake is adjusting well. Makita seems to be starting to adjust to him. So everything looking good right now. Just really, really busy. And that's it. You guys have a great week. And hopefully we'll see you on Wednesday. So we'll talk to you then. Bye.